Welcome to another episode of the Total R&B Podcast. My name is Loreena, and today I have another amazing guest with me. She is a songwriter. She is a hit-making, Grammy-nominated songwriter, an entrepreneur, an educator, and an author who has built a very powerful legacy in the music industry, from being a background vocalist to writing songs for some of our favorite artists like Sammy, Lloyd, Brandy, Rihanna, and so many more. And she is the founder of Hit Clinic, which we're going to talk about today. And she just released her first book, which is titled Write the Song, Build the Career, a real world guide to hits, longevity, and the music business. Welcome to the podcast, Traci Hale.
Yay! Hi, Loreena.
Hi, Traci. Thank you so much
It
for
sounds so
coming
good
on
when
the
you say it.
podcast.
It sounds super good when you say it. It's like, wow, I did that. I did all that. That's great.
Yeah, no, you've done so much. You've contributed so much to my childhood. Like looking at the list of songs that you have written, some of them are like my favorite songs that I'm never, ever, ever going to get tired of. And so, of course, I'm going to ask you about those songs later on. But I always start off the same way. I ask the same question, which is what comes to mind when I say, what is your first memory of R&B music?
My first memory of R&B music growing up in Indianapolis, Indiana. My first memory of R&B music is my dad playing like Johnny Guitar Watson and my mom playing Natalie Cole. And it just being in the house at all times, like it would wake you up in the morning. Whether you wanted to get up or not, you're going to hear some music downstairs and letting you know that it's time to be up. Okay. Like get up because I'm not going to turn my music down. So it was that Ohio players, Bootsy, Collins, just, Parliament Funkadelic, all of that was in my house at an early age. Isley Brothers. Yes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, those are all incredible artists that you name that you grew up listening to in your household. So I love that. And I also heard that being a singer wasn't your goal in the music industry. What made you pursue being in the music industry? Like what were your dreams or your goals growing up?
Well, actually, I wanted to be an actress at first. That was the first love. That didn't really pan out. So I actually, growing up, didn't really, I sang a lot and everything like that, and I wrote songs for myself. But before I moved to Atlanta, I would check out the backs of albums back when they put credits on CDs and stuff. And I wanted to do background. That's what I wanted to do. As that was my aspiration, I wanted to go sing background for people. And I noticed that it was only two people who had it like really locked down in Atlanta. And I said, they need some more people. It's only two people. They got a lot of work there. And they need to share. So I wanted to I wanted to go there and get some work and come here and get some work. And that's what I did. And I came here because some producers from Indianapolis, they actually moved here first and they needed a demo singer. And I said, oh, cool. And they were working for LaFace. And I said, I want to come there. And they had this place, this big old house in Duluth, Georgia, where they actually produced and they wrote and everything like that. I wasn't writing then. I was just singing. I just wanted to sing. And they would do demos and they were writing for like people like Keith Sweat, Man at Large, Tony Braxton. They were doing all the stuff. And I would just be on the demo versions of the songs. So that was it. That's what got me here.
That's really smart to notice, this city needs some help. Like I could
It's like,
actually
yeah,
make my
I
way
thought it's
there
so
and actually get
good.
some work.
I was like, wow, these girls got every everybody locked, every production camp, they had them locked down. They was doing background for everybody. And I didn't necessarily want to go on the road to
Mhm.
do it. I just wanted to be a session singer because I just loved background. I was really interested in blending vocals and the people who stood behind the people who were the artists. So That's what I was doing.
I love that because I don't think people understand how much work goes into doing backgrounds and how
Hmm.
important it is in a song. So I think that's super cool that that was your goal and then you actually made it happen. So how did that turn into you actually going on the road? Because you went on the road with Keith Sweat and Aaliyah.
Actually, I didn't go on road with Keith Sweat. I sang
Oh,
background on his album. Don't even know what album that was. Let me check. I don't know what album that was, but yeah. But I sang. I was a duet, Just a Touch of Love. He remade Just a Touch of Love, so I did that for Keith Sweat, and I was in an interlude too on there, just talking. I sang background for Men at Large back then, and Blue Cantrell, Sam Salter, a bunch of stuff. And most of the stuff I've written on, I've sang background on too. But the only person I actually went on tour with was Aaliyah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So how was that experience like being on tour?
It was great because I just had the best time with her, because she's just the sweetest. She was the sweetest thing ever. So I think I got a good experience as far as touring and everything. And she was very, very gracious and very, very good to her background vocalist and treated us so kindly. The whole crew was good. So I think I got a really good deal out of going on tour with her. And it was just a bunch of dates. It wasn't a long tour. It was a bunch of promotional dates, people's jingle balls and Christmas events and stuff like that. It was the um, I think that 1 in a Million tour. I think it was that. So we were doing stuff like If Your Girl Only Knew and 1 in a Million and a 4-page letter. We were doing all those songs. So she hadn't got to If at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try. She hadn't got to that yet. So we were right before that, you
But
know.
that's like one of my favorite albums. Amazing. I love that because yeah, that album is so amazing. I was happy that they had put it back on streaming because it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
there for so
Wasn't
long.
doing it for a while. I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it came back and so I was able to like listen to it while like I'm out and about and stuff. So I was so
Mhm.
happy that it came back instead of like obviously we had the album in our house and we like ran that thing into the ground.
Y'all had to get another one, didn't you? You had to go get this one's gonna fall apart. Okay.
Exactly. It was just skipping the whole time. And so then how did you go from backgrounds to actually being a songwriter?
So that was it. That was the story right there. I was out with Aaliyah, and one of the other girls had a deal, a publishing deal with Zamba. And she said, "Hey, after we get off these dates, you want to go write? I see you write a little bit, and I need some help. I'm going to go after our last date. We can go write for Rodney Jerkins." And I was like, "Wow, okay." She said, "Do you write?" And I'm like, "Yeah, question mark. Yeah, I think, like I just wanted to go. And she
Yeah.
said, "You could just come and hang with me and we can write because he's got some projects and you just come to LA. We can just go to LA and stay." So that's what happened. So right after that, like literally the last date, we flew to LA and started writing immediately. So I was kind of like at the right place, the right time, and ended up in the right room. And the first things that came out of my pen was Angel in Disguise and Sitting on Top of the World for Brandy. No, let me take that back. That was the second and third thing. The very first thing that came out of my pen was Ray J, A Wild Lie. It was the song that went when the credits is running on Dr. Dolittle. If I told you why, I'd probably lie, lie, lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like it did the credits. I'm like, wow, I'm a writer. I didn't know that. Like I really didn't. I was just really throwing my hat in the ring. But how God do, let me tell you what God do. It's like He put you in a place where you can find out where you need to be. And I
Hmm.
think that was it. I was singing background, and it put me in a room where you can actually find your true purpose, which is songwriting. And I never looked back after that. Like, yeah, I sang background on some of the songs I wrote, but after that, it was the love of songwriting. I found like that's your true talent, Tracy. That's where you need to be writing, and then you don't have to go on the road. It's like all that touring and everything. You don't have to do all that. You could just do that in the comforts of home. Yeah. So that's how that happened.
Wow. No, Dr. Dolittle, that was another good soundtrack too. I had that one as well.
Man, you had all the music. Okay.
Oh, listen, obsessed. Like, well, obviously at that time I didn't have any money. I was really young, so it was my mom.
Buying all the stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
she got all the stuff.
Yes, it's only when I got older and I started working. That's what I would do with my money, basically. I would buy CDs.
I
And I
love
bought
it.
myself like a sound system
Ooh,
and a
you had
CD.
yourself a stereo and everything. That was
Yes, and
cool.
I had to make sure it had like the cassette part in case I had to tape something off the radio. And yeah,
Cassette
wholesale.
part. That part right there. The cassette part where you just pushing, waiting for the song to come on and you pushing
Yeah,
record, do it.
definitely.
I'm taping this off the radio.
Yeah, those were like some of the most exciting things. It's so simple, like just being
Mhm.
in your room. So simple, but so exciting. You just mentioned Brandy's Angel in Disguise because I'm such a Brandy fan.
Me
And
too.
Angel in Disguise is one of my favorite songs ever. I love that song. And I remember being in my room eating my sunflower seeds.
Come on,
Just
Sunflower Seed. Yes.
Just got the Brandy Never Say Never, and I was just like blown away as soon as that song came on. So if you could take me into that session where you were writing that song and what was going on during that time.
You know, that was like many, 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 many moons ago. But I just remember being a little scared, am I supposed to be in this room even? And writing, actually, I wrote it in our extended stay room or apartment or whatever. And then we took it back to the studio the next day. Me and we were in charge of the verses. So me and another writer, Tyvee, we wrote verses and brought them back. And I think the other parts were already done. Like if I remember correctly, like the Angel Disguise, the hook was already done. We took our little part back the second day and she recorded probably the next day or that day. I'm not even sure, but it was cool. She was at that point, I think at that time, I think she was dating Mace, actually. I think
Yeah,
that
I
was,
think around that
yeah,
era.
that era
Yeah.
right there. And it was right after Wanye. So I'm not sure what the song was based on, but it definitely wasn't my experience then. But when they go get all the data, you come back and say, we're gonna write a song about this. So they gave us what to write about pretty much. It wasn't
Okay.
definitely wasn't my brainchild at all. Not
Yeah,
at
but
all.
still, you guys put that together. That is such like that is my one of my favorite songs ever. How do you feel now, years later, seeing that song being performed now with Brandy and Monica? They just
Man,
did a tour.
kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And I still, because I'm like a bit recluse, so I still didn't get to go to the concert. But I'm hoping like if they do some kind of Vegas residency or something, I'll do that. I'll go then. But I didn't get to see that wonderful tour. Everybody and their grandmama send me a clip every time. Like it was flooding my inboxes. Like, oh, she's doing Angel Disguise. Oh, she's doing Sitting on Top of the World. And I'm like, I mean, because she can always slay it every single solitary time. It's this perfection because her voice is perfection.
Hmm.
That's my favorite voice, of course, in R&B or probably any other genre too. But her voice is like butter every single time, which is, her voice is anointed, I say, very, very anointed. And yeah, I could listen to her sing all day,
Me too.
pretty much. Me too.
Yeah.
My favorite, one of my favorites right there. Hmm.
And so working within like that camp, like how was it the first time you met Rodney Jerkins?
I don't remember that either, but I can tell you, I was just scared because I was just like, "Yeah, you Tracy, what are you doing here? Like, are you even, definitely imposter?" Because I didn't know. I really was saying I could write, but I didn't know I could write, and I really didn't know. I just wanted to get in that room to see if I could, and I could. So yeah, so it was always a fun time. I remember that period being super fun. Like he was super fun. I haven't seen him or talked to him since then. So that's what was that? What was that? 96, 98? I don't even know. But I haven't
Yeah, I
seen
think it was
him
like
since
98.
So yeah, it was fun because we were all young and wonderful. It was a good time. It was a good, every day was good. We had a fun time. And I was out there for about 4 months, 4 or 5.
Okay.
So it was good.
Well, you guys did that because both of those songs are amazing. And then the whole album was incredible. So
Thank
definitely, again, one of my favorites. Another person that you worked with is Tricky Stewart.
Tricky, tricky, tricky.
So how did you two connect?
Oh man, Tricky was young as well. Tricky's really young and he was always down the street. So I had a brief moment that I was trying to be an artist and I was in a girls group and they practiced in the back of Tricky studio. It was a big bare room and we practiced back there. I think our name was Jewel. Yeah, we would go there and practice and I think they had like a little bulletin board with stuff in it, like pinned on it and stuff. And I pinned this thing to it. I said, if you need background vocals anytime, please call me. And they called me. Then I was like, their background, like sing. That's when I started actually singing background on all the other stuff, the Sam Salters and the Blue Cantrells and stuff like that. And after that, I didn't start writing for them until I came back from LA from working with Rodney. They were like, "Oh, you write too? Cool." So then I started writing for him. But before that, it was just all like Tamar, Sam Salter, Blue Cantrell, stuff like that, singing background, and I loved it. I was like, "This is it right here. This is what I loved singing background." But when I came back from LA, it was writing. From that point on, I came back from LA, it was Mya. I think that was the first thing. Sammy, Mya, that kind of thing was going on then. So we started on that stuff and writing. They used me in a whole other capacity. And the Stewarts, Tricky Stewart, Mark Stewart, Lainey Stewart, all like family. Like, I mean, literally family. We all feel like we all grew up in our younger adult days. We all just grew up together. So yeah, still family. I still go to the family functions and stuff like that. We might not work together anywhere, but we definitely I'm friends with the whole family of talented people.
And that's also beautiful that you're able to create these long lasting like friendships or second family with the people that you work with. I think that's so important. Mentioning Mya, and I see the plaque behind you, A Case of the X. I think that album just celebrated, I think, is it 25 years?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was 25 years. Yeah,
Which is crazy.
how about she got better even like Mya now is like how you get better. Like how did you get like even more pretty, even more beautiful, even more bad on stage? Like she kill it on stage. It's like, really? What I'm saying? I said, what in the vegan? What is going on? What is going on? But yeah, that was my personal situation right there.
Wow.
So that's when I started writing, that story, Case of the X. That story, I showed up at the studio crying about some guy that I found out was still talking to an ex of
No.
his. And I was just like, what are we doing? So are we gonna be together or are you gonna go back? Because it looks really like you're about to go back right now. And so, that was that. I was crying. Tricky said, "Hey, you need to write about that. You know, ain't no need to shed no tears. Make it work."
Were you nervous putting your personal story out there?
No, I
No?
wasn't. It made for good song. Yes. It made for a good song. And I knew a lot of other people were going through it too. It was like people want to, feel some kind of connection to a song.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have your connection. Here's your connection to this. You can piggyback off me, you know?
No, but
So
that it's a hit record. Everybody loves the record. The video too was amazing as
I
well,
bet the video was amazing. Come on,
right?
Desert. Yeah, it was really good. It's very good. And she
Well,
looked so good in that thing.
yeah.
Like that's what you call aging like well, when you just look better older than even you did younger, you're doing it. You're doing something right. I'm gone and tell her to bottle that up and sell it.
No, for real. She really does need to do that.
Hmm.
Another artist that I wanted to ask you about is might not be an artist that everybody knows, but again, I was always into music and I saw that you wrote a song or a few songs with her, Megan Rochelle.
Rochelle. Where I know that? You got to jog my memory. Megan
I
Rochelle.
think the song that you wrote with her, one of them was Out of My Mind. If I could sing, I would sing it, but I
Let me
can't sing.
see. Wait a minute. Hold up now. Megan Rochelle. Out of my
Yeah, I
mind.
think this
And I
was
know
like,
that song too. I know that. Like, wait a minute. Hold up, Megan. And how
yeah,
do you spell Megan?
uh,
Megan. Okay, Rochelle. Okay, let
see,
me see.
you work with so many artists.
I know, and it's been a long, long. Wow. Let me see. She was Def Jam. Megan Rochelle. Okay, what was the name of the song?
Out of My Mind.
Okay, Loreena. Okay. I wanna jog my own memory. So I wanna see what that is. Okay. Let's see what happens. Ain't ringing the bell yet. Wait a minute, hold up. No, wait a minute. It will. That don't mean nothing though. They gave this guy a lot of room.
Oh no.
Oh, they gave him a long time. Let me fast this up. Wow. How'd you find this song? I
Okay.
remember now. I remember now, but golly, so did you have this too? Did you buy this?
No. So what happened was, I don't know what it was, a social media platform. I don't know which one it was, but she had
Uh-huh.
posted a clip because I was a fan of her song that she had with Fabulous. She
Okay.
posted this clip of being in the studio singing this song, and I was like, when is it coming out? It
Right.
sounds so good. But then she never ended up releasing it. I think it got shelved.
Okay,
And
so is
then
this the song that got shelved?
I think so, like her
Yeah.
whole project. And
Yeah.
then somebody released it on streaming platforms. Like it's there now.
Wow. Because yeah, I just found it. And nah, I don't really remember very well, but I know I
Mhm.
did it. I know I
Yeah.
did. But that's some things get by me, girl. But yeah, it's that. Yeah. Who? I wonder. Did you know? Do you know who produced it? Was it Tricky?
No, I don't know who produced it. I just
Hey,
saw that song because I remember it and I remember it never came out and I really wanted like the whole song.
the whole
And then
song.
you have it, your credits are there.
Okay, so I'm gonna listen to that when we get off here. I'm gonna listen to that full situation because that right there, when somebody bring up something I don't remember or remember doing, which is a lot of stuff. Like some
No,
stuff
you have a
when I
lot of
look at
songs.
my catalog, it vaguely. I remember it vaguely. Like this one
Yeah.
right here, vaguely. I remember it vaguely. So yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, look at you doing your homework. I'm like, okay. Okay.
So that leads me to my question because you've written so many songs and some of them don't see
The light of day.
the light
Yeah.
of day. So what happens in that instance? Like, are songwriters still paid for that, or like what? No? Oh my
No, I see
God.
the light of day. It actually led to me taking a break at one point because I had a lot of stuff about to come out. It was about around 2007, I think. I had a bunch of stuff in the pipeline about to come out, and I'll be doggone if every last one of those artists did get dropped. And so nothing was coming out, and I was super discouraged. So I actually quit for a while. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, it's just too much. And the game is changing, and I don't want to change with it. And let me find something else to do. So that's what I did. So I stopped for about, gosh, almost 3 years.
That's so crazy because don't the producers still get paid?
Sometimes the producer does get paid.
Okay.
If the artist comes to them and they want a song and it doesn't get used, but no, not usually. You'll see a bunch of writers fighting online for that. But the writers don't, it don't trickle down usually to the writers unless you got somebody who's really, really just want to bless their writers, want to give their writers something. But usually that's a producer fee and that's it. You can go in there demanding some money, that ain't gonna probably get you nothing.
I do see a lot of songwriters now being more vocal, especially because we have those platforms now like Instagram and TikTok.
Mhm.
where they can explain what's happening behind the scenes, because us as fans, we don't know what's happening. And I find a lot of times people that are in the back, they kind of have a thankless job, unless the artist really shows them love and puts a light on them. So for a songwriter, anybody who's thinking of being a songwriter, how does a songwriter actually get paid?
Right now, you get paid through spins, you know what I'm saying? You get paid for performance. That is it, unless you have a publishing deal, which, I don't advise that either. I don't advise publishing deals unless you have this like an admin deal, because you definitely need somebody chasing your money, but not the old school publishing deal. You'll be locked in for probably ever unless you're coming out with songs like every week. You'll be locked in because, it's not designed for you to ever get out. Usually you just there. So yeah, that's usually how you get paid, unless you're just at the top echelon of writers where you're demanding a you don't care if it come out or not. And that's how it should be. I don't care if it came out or not.
Yeah.
I need my money no matter how little even it is, because if you do enough songs, it don't matter how small it is, shoot, $1,000, if you're doing a lot of songs, it's gonna add up. And
Mhm.
then another payment if the actual song does get taken, or does get bought, or does get slotted for a place on the album or whatever. And more money if it gets to be a single, it should be set up like that, but
Definitely.
only for a few people that is set up like that for. And I think it's because, at some point in your career you are wanted. So um that people will actually pay,
Mhm.
if you're owning I bet you if Bruno Mars wrote a song, they don't have to come out or not. Whatever. He gonna get his money, and it depends on the person, I think, too. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know writers that have gotten paid, whether it came out or not. You know, it's otherwise you just, where are those songs you say? They're in your computer and they go to your computer to die, or they go to what I call computer graveyard, full of songs, and you play them back. I remember I wrote this back in this, or I remember this song was, oh God, why didn't this song get placed? It's hundreds and hundreds of songs, literally. And I'm not even putting no number on it. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It's hundreds and hundreds of songs that, you know, 10 or 20 come out, and there'll be great songs. It ain't like there's some booty songs. They're really good songs, really good songs. And everybody, all writers have them, all producers have them, all of us have songs that, why isn't this song cut? The song needs to be cut. Who
That's
knows?
so. And then when something like that happens where a song is leaked and then the public does have access to it, but you're not getting any money from it. That is wild.
Jack up everybody's money. Yeah, it's terrible. It's
And so
bad.
is that why you created Hit Clinic?
Yeah, I just wanted to let people know some of the pitfalls, but not, bring them down or nothing like
Mhm.
that, but just tell them how it's working, and and how it used I wanted to tell them how it used to work, and tell them how it's working now. And with the streaming and all that stuff, it's like it's not the same as when we used to say it come out on Tuesday, because that would be release day. When it come out on Tuesday, like we say, as long as when it come out on Tuesday, we ain't counting until it come out on Tuesday. Come out on Tuesday, we good. Start playing on the radio, spins, rotations. That was money. Now it's streamed and streamed and streamed, and who the heck knows? Like it's gazillions streams, and then you can go to, Olive Garden with that money.
Olive Garden.
Something, go to Red Lobster with your ends, after you get your, you like, okay, did I just hear my song on the radio about, him about 90,000 times? I don't understand what's going on here, but it's just different game, different hustle. It's a whole different thing, and that's what makes people have to invent different streams of money, because, you find artists and songwriters doing other things, because you got to, because you can't even depend on it no more. And I just tell people, too, don't chase after these top artists to get your songs. That's not the end all to be all to get on an artist. I mean, I know people want to get placements on artists and stuff. There's so many other ways to your song can be heard, you know, movies, TV, commercials, just businesses actually, corporate. It's a bunch of places to have music and make a living doing
Mhm.
it and not have to get on, Beyonce, it's and so, we jump up and down if we get on Beyonce, but that is not the only thing that's going to pay your bills,
Exactly.
so look at other ways to hit these music supervisors up, get in their face, get their emails, send them stuff, and that's how you sustain.
But that's really good that you had started that and you're giving people the information that they need so they don't make the same mistakes over and over again because you constantly hear these stories, right?
Mm,
So I think that's something that's great. And then also you mentioning the different avenues to be able to
outlet.
make money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so important. So even for like, I'm thinking of like me, like I do like a career exploration series for teenagers to show them like the different ways because everybody
Mm.
wants to be in the music business, but they want to be like the rapper, the singer. But no, you can make money
Yeah, you can do
other
all
ways.
other stuff. So many, it's endless the amount of things you can do in music. So you can actually be in a career that you love and not have to, go do something you don't like, to make money. So you just have to be creative. That's all.
And so with Hit Clinic, like how does that work? Are there different courses that people could take? Is it like mentorship?
It's just
What?
mentorship. Like
Okay.
people have trouble finishing being a finisher. That's it. And they have all these songs, all these unfinished songs. Well, come to me. I will help you finish these songs and I will guide you what's missing. Like they'll get to a point where it'll be like something, I don't know, it's not hooky enough or it's not the verses ain't versing and this is that. We can fix all of that. What I'm saying? It may be salvageable. Sometimes it's not salvageable. Sometimes it's really, really bad. And you gotta take that too. It's just really this is not a good song. But most of the time you can save it. You can put another track to it. You can, get your full thought out. And that's what I help people do, get their full thought out. I do workshops. We get tracks. We write right there. We write in a setting where we can hook up with other writers. That's important too. You know what I'm saying? Knowing your writing friends, and being able to co-write, and not being all in your own head. Sometimes that can get you too because you're in your own head, you
Hmm.
know and you're like, is this good? Is this like if somebody
Yeah.
else is there to let you know, oh no, we can do better. We can do better. So yeah, because that's why I made it. A friend of mine named Danny for a long time, she said, Traci, you need a workshop so you can, give these people all the knowledge that you know and stuff. And I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And then I broke down and said, you know what? I need a workshop. And she said, whatever, whatever. And I and I did it the same way with this book. Look, I've been telling people forever. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write a book, and it's gonna be, just all the stuff that I actually teach in the workshops and stuff, and just in the book form. And I talked about it and talked about it and talked about it until 2026 said, I'm going to stop talking about it and just do it. So I made a promise to myself that before the clock strike midnight on New Year's Eve, it was going to be done. And it was.
Wow, that's amazing that you were able to
Yep.
keep that promise.
Yep. Right. It was right before New Year's Eve, right before they said the countdown. It was done.
I love that. And so for, well, starting with Hit Clinic, like how can people reach out to you about that? Like where do they
Hit
go?
Clinic, Hit Clinic, hitclinic.co, HIT Clinic dot co, and it's Hit Clinic on Instagram too.
Okay, perfect. And so now this book that you just released, Write the Song, Build a Career, a real world guide to hits, longevity, and the music business. There it is. Take a look, take a look, take a look. So I know you had the promise to yourself to get it done before the new year, but How long did it take you to put the book together?
Oh my gosh, I'd say with all my notes, once I sat down and actually made myself do it, it was like maybe 3 months.
Oh,
It's a small book. It's 75 pages, packed full of just information. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun. It's not like a textbook or anything like that. It's super like it talks like I talk. So it reads like I talk, so it has my personality in it. And so it has funny parts, and I'm funny and I'm silly all the time. So it wasn't hard to get it out because only because this I had the notes. I already had my notes. The notes that I do in my class. So I don't know what took me so long to do it, besides just sitting down and actually buckling down and doing it. So
yeah.
yeah, wasn't that hard at all. I'm gonna do another one too. Look, because it wouldn't, because without now I know, girl, just sit down and do it. I want to do one for children. You know how
Cool.
kids just make up songs in their head. They don't even know they're
Mhm.
just naturally talented. I want to do ones for like 6 to 10, 10-ish kids, just help them on their journey too.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait to see that one come out as well. But even for this one, I would definitely, I'm going to suggest that to people that are songwriters and in the music industry. People are always looking for books to learn some new stuff. For people that want to purchase it, where can they purchase the book?
Amazon, write the song, build the career. Traci Hale, look it up, man. This is top something. I forgot what it says by it when you pull it up, but it says top new entry for songwriting right now.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing. Well, congratulations.
well, thank you. That is it's doing all right. Doing all right.
I love that. And so in the book, if you could give us maybe just one gem or one thing that songwriters should be taken away from this.
One thing.
I know it's probably,
Well, the only thing about it's not going, if I had to do one thing, it would be like, stop being on the quest to go viral
hmm,
and be on the quest to write a good song. You know, that'd be the quest first. This viral thing, man. You don't have to go viral to be a success. I think that's a misconception.
yeah, especially today. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And so people are just doing the most to go viral.
And what do you think about that? Because there's so many people now that want to create a song just for TikTok.
Just for TikTok.
Yeah, instead of an actual song. And then also too, the songs are just getting so much shorter. Like there's no bridges now. Like it's just
I'm a fan of the bridge.
me too.
I'm a fan of the bridge. I'm old school fan of the bridge. I mean, there's no one right way to write a song. I mean, there is a formula, but you don't have to stay on that formula at all time. But if you notice the top 10 on Billboard, they all have a formula usually, and would behoove you to stay to the formula, but you ain't got it. Yeah, it's different right here. They do try to, make into songs for TikTok. So yeah, it could be, yeah, you could do that. That's a way to go. um, write a song, write a good song, man. That's all. Write a good song. Let some folks listen to it. Don't hold on to it either. Let some folks listen to it. Copyright it. Then let some people listen to it, in that order. So yeah. So yeah. So the TikTok ain't all the writing a TikTok song, getting your original audio and all that stuff. That's all good, but that ain't the only way, what I'm saying? You might have 7 followers, but you good at what you do. Send it to somebody, protect it, and then send it. Yeah. Stand
That's
on your word and then stand on your work. Yeah.
that is so important to protect, because that's another thing people would have to learn, to
Mm-hmm.
protect your work. Because I hear so many stories, not even in songwriting, but like I do a little bit of PR, and that also happens as
Yeah,
well.
people take your stuff. They'll take your stuff and they'll just put a slight change on it. And you'll swear it's yours, but you ain't got nothing to prove it. And if you never posted it, you
Yeah,
never, you know what I'm saying? Like that's another way that you can prove something too, because posts have a date,
yeah,
and whoever stole it If their date is after your date, hey, who had it first? But do remember this too while you're accusing people. You have to remember that there's only so many notes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna think of what you thought of. It ain't hard for somebody to put the same notes together at the same time as you across the world. You don't know what they're doing over there. That's why it's important too to get it out there so that it does have a date stamp on it. You can prove something.
No, definitely. But you have so much information to give to people because looking at your career, the songs like Case of the X or Rihanna's song, What's My Name, these are songs that are gonna last forever. They've been lasting forever. We just celebrated Maya's album, Fear of Flying, and that song. She's still going on tour and performing that song.
Really? Yes. Oh my goodness. It's just impressive, pretty much. You know what I'm saying too. And I hate to say, but I don't want to write a song if it don't last forever. I
Mhm.
really do. I like writing stuff that not for the right now, but forever.
Yeah,
It gotta last. It gotta be just epic enough that people want to pull it up 20 years from now. That's all I'm saying.
definitely. But that's what those songs, some of the songs that I mentioned that you wrote, that's what it does. Like even for me, Sammy, Crazy Things I Do for Love.
The crazy things I do for love, okay? That's just good. This is like, you want to hear that right now. You want to hear, I didn't write it, but you want to hear Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? We
Yeah.
want to hear that over and over again. We don't care how many times we heard it. When every time Can We Talk come on, Can We Talk? I'm like, yeah, that right there. I want that. And work at that. I work at whenever I'm writing a song, I work at making something. I try not to make a whole lot of things dated. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like in Case the X, we said she turned trick in '96. I try not to even put dates and stuff on there. A lot of songs they'd be like Motorola two-way pager. You
Yeah.
dated it. I tried to make timeless hits,
Yeah.
that you're gonna want to listen to down the line.
Well, definitely. You definitely did that, and you're still doing that because you have a song on, I think it's Lavelle, his album that he just came out with.
Yes. So I'm still working. It's called Tongue Tied. Yeah. Tongue Tied, and they kill it. Like I said, they kill it on XM, especially Heart and Soul XM. They kill it. They kill it on there. So he's doing really good right now. Yeah, go out and definitely support that. I'm tongue tied. Lavelle. Sing his face off for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I just
His face.
discovered him actually. So yeah, I'm getting into his music. So I was listening to that album and now I'm just like going down a rabbit hole, seeing who.
Yeah. He that song, he sing that song, man. So yeah. Um it's a blessing to still have something um come out today. That means, the my career has spanned a few decades now. So
Mhm.
that's all right.
Yeah.
2026 got one out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Started in what? 98 or something like that.
No, that's a blessing.
Yeah, man, that's a couple of decades. I'm pretty much thanking God every day.
Yeah, that is definitely a blessing, especially in the music industry, to be able
Mm,
to put out music
mm.
all these years later. So, again, congratulations to you on all your success. And I
Thank
can't wait
you,
for this other book that's coming out for the children.
babies.
There is another question I did have because I did see on your Instagram page you had posted a while ago, but you posted a photo with you and Heavy D.
Oh man, I
I
love Heavy
love,
D. Don't
yes,
you love Heavy D? Oh my
love
God.
Heavy
Yes,
D.
I loved Heavy D, man.
Are you able to share a story that you have with him?
I can. Jack the Rapper, man. Jack the Rapper. When Jack the Rapper was in Atlanta, that's how I met him. That was where that picture was taken. That was, shoot, I think, was that did I have lipstick? He had lipstick on his,
Yeah,
I
on his,
think, that was my lipstick. Yeah, he's a sweetie. Just always willing to stop and take photos and stuff like that. And that was where that was. Never ran into him again, but big super fan, especially on Living Single. Remember he
Mm,
used to be on Living Single? Oh my gosh, he
yeah,
was Regine's boyfriend.
yeah. I just watched the episode where he was getting married, but Regine found out
Oh
the
no, that was the
wife.
best episode ever.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
I just watched that episode. Yeah.
Yes, that was good with her. What's that? Vivica Fox was in that one. Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, I'm a big fan of Heavy D and that whole era, of course. And the boys. Let me add the boys too.
Of course. I just remember when I was younger, I was like a little kid because I have an older sister. So this is also why I know
A lot of
all this.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
man.
she used to tape on like VHS, like music videos. And so
Hmm.
I used to just watch the music videos on the weekends all the time. And I remember his video being there and him dancing and the boys behind him.
Light on his feet. Wasn't he just light on his feet? He was light on his
Yes.
feet, big guy. Light on his feet though. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
loved
I've
it.
been a fan. So when I saw that photo, I was like, oh my gosh, she met him.
Yes, that was good. I remember I used to come here from Indianapolis to the Jack the Rapper. I didn't live here yet and met a few people during that Jack the Rapper. And he was just one of them walking through the hotel lobby, and you just got to hang out in the hotel lobby and you
Yeah.
can see everybody, get to put your hand on everybody like, yes, take a picture. So
If you can, I know this is probably like a really hard question, but if you could name some of the top song, like some of your favorite songs that you've written, what would they be? Like maybe four or five of them? I know this is hard because you
it
wrote
is
a
hard.
lot of
It is
songs.
very, very hard. Well, Angel in Disguise is definitely in there. That Maya Case X is definitely in there. Let's see. Charlie Wilson, Without You.
We didn't even talk about Uncle Charlie.
Didn't even
My
talk
God.
about Uncle Charlie. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I know I'm gonna miss something because when you get up South Side, uh,
Lloyd.
Lloyd and Ashanti. Yeah, I like that one too.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how was it working with Lloyd? I love Lloyd. He
That's
seems
my
like such a
baby.
kind person.
He's way over kind, so surpassed kind, and he's just the most. All the joy you see is
Yeah.
real. Is this real all the time? He's just that guy all the time. Been knowing him since he was way. What was the group he was in?
Entune. Was it
Oh,
Entune?
in tune, honey. We
Yeah.
did. No, you're not ready yet to go steady. I know you. We did that one. But girl, I just want you. I think me and Candy did that. Me and Candy Birds. But I've been knowing him since he used to call me Miss Tracy. And then after he got to a certain age, I said, "Hey, you can take the miss off now. You 30 years old. Look, you better look, take the miss off. Make me feel super old, super old." But yeah, sweet. We are still super close, and we still call and text and everything like that. And he still slips up and says, "Miss Tracy,"
I guess because he's so used to it because he's known you forever.
forever. So yeah, I mean, and I can't really think of anything else. There's a lot of songs that I've written that nobody really even knows, but just didn't do as well as others. But I don't know. That's the top though.
Yeah, but that's a strong set of songs that you just named.
Yeah, that's it. Those were the fun ones. Yeah, those were the fun ones. I'm gonna think as soon as I leave you, I'm gonna think of something else.
Yeah, it's all gonna come down.
Everything's gonna come. But every time somebody asks me something like that, I should have something in my holster to take out and be like, okay, boom, this is that. But I don't.
Yeah, no, those questions are hard, especially just seeing your list. And I was just
Hmm.
like, my whole preteen, teenage years, even, oh my gosh, B2.
B2K, uh-huh. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's really good too.
Yeah, and they're about to go on tour as well.
Rihanna.
Yeah,
Dang, I keep
yeah.
hearing Rihanna. What's my name? That was good. Yeah. I enjoyed writing that because that was super personal too.
Okay.
That was, when I wrote my parts, it was definitely talking about my husband now.
Wow. Those songs like Case of the X and then What's My Name, those are huge
Mhm.
records. And so to know your personal stories resonated with so many people is
Yes, man. Yeah.
amazing.
Y'all. Yep, yep.
So amazing. Wow.
That's a good question. Now, next time somebody asks me that, I'm gonna try to be ready because I hate like doing like this. I don't know. I don't even know the names of the song. Like you played a song for me right now today that I had not even. I'm gonna listen to that when we get off here too. So I want to listen to
Yes.
that because I want to
Yeah.
say I want to put what was I? What was it? So I'm gonna think about it. I remember
Yeah.
the name of Megan Rochelle. I remember that name. I do.
Yeah, no, it was, I don't know how I discovered, I don't know what platform it was on, but she had like posted just a tiny snippet of her singing the beginning of the song. And I was like, ooh, I need this in my life. But then
That's some good stuff right
it didn't
there.
happen
Good
until years
stuff.
later.
Good stuff. Yeah, so good stuff. My favorite, like, writers right now. Like, I love, man. So, I love Bruno, of course. Bruno Mars. He can do no wrong with me.
Talented.
Write his freaking off, man. I appreciate Lin Manuel
Hmm.
because if you can write a whole freaking play,
Right?
you just doing the most. Okay, I just love it. So yeah, I got a lot of people that I admire right now, and now I can't think of them to either because we're talking. Me and you're
Yeah.
talking. I can't think of them either. So that's some good
Yeah.
stuff.
But it's good to know like there's so many great songwriters that are out. I'm just hoping that the industry makes a change for them. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm really hoping for.
Let's get it together. Let's be fair. Let's just start
Yeah.
making things fair, and start making it back how it used to be. I used to go home after the studio and just know that the song was gonna come out. I
Mm,
just knew it. You know what I'm saying? I knew the song was gonna come out, and now there's so many more gatekeepers now. So it's yeah, it's not that easy anymore. And I don't even know if it was easy back then. I just worked for a good team.
yeah.
Red Zone was a good team. So they always was a stop to make when artists came to town. You knew they was gonna come through. So I didn't worry about that.
This is what it seems like. Like there were certain people that would be the gatekeepers, I guess, at like maybe each label or what have you. But I guess 'cause now it's kind of like you don't need a label, so there's more.
Yeah, it's more. You don't need a label. Everybody's kind of independent. So yeah, it's a whole different game right now. That's why it's so saturated. If you don't find something you want on that radio or you like, it's your fault because when I tell you everybody putting a song out, they make a song and then the next day they put the thing out. So
Yeah. No, now that songs are released on Friday, like it's a lot. I try and repost and post music and it's a lot. And then people are like, what's your opinion on this? And I'm like, can I sit with the song for a little
let me
bit? And
sit for a minute. Let me go and sit with that. Can I do that? If I didn't have a 22-year-old son, I wouldn't know what was going on, really. Like he plays me stuff that I absolutely love
Mhm.
but I would have never heard because I
Yeah.
don't look for it like that. I don't look for music like that. But like we'll be driving in the car and he'll say, "Mom, listen to this," because when people ask you, you got to be ready. So he like, "Oh, please listen to this." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I end up loving it, and I have my son's name is Chase. I have a Chase playlist. Chase approved. It's called Chase approved. Man, it's like I wouldn't know half the stuff that's going on. I wouldn't know about what's the name? The scientist? What's her
Oh,
name?
scientist?
I wouldn't know about her. I wouldn't know about her if it wasn't for him telling me listen to this song, and then I'm like so big fan now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know about that. There's another guy. Dang, I don't even know his name, but I love his everything he does. Man, let me see.
Is it Leon Thomas?
I love Leon Thomas though. Yes, I love Leon Thomas. I'm a Leon Thomas fan, but this one is who is that guy? Real off. Let me see. Dum, 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 dum.
Yes. Yes.
Makes me happy.
I
Makes me
seen
so.
him perform live, open
Really?
for, yeah, he opened for Black a couple years ago, and that's how I discovered him. And he is
Wow.
an entertainer.
Wow, I've never seen him live. I've never even seen any YouTube videos on him, but I listen to his music and I wouldn't know about, let's see what else
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't
Jordan,
know
he's full
about,
of energy. He did the splits. I was like, oh my gosh.
I wouldn't know about Ray if it wasn't
Yeah,
for my son. I would not know about, shoot,
Ray is amazing.
goodness gracious. There's a chick named Destiny Rogers that got a song called West Side.
I don't think
Man,
I know who that is. I gotta write it down.
crazy, 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 crazy. Sailor.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't know about Olivia Dean. I wouldn't even know about Olivia Dean. These are all things that I'm obsessed with now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I definitely listen to to new stuff. I try to broaden my horizons and everything.
Is there anybody that you would like to work with?
Oh my God, yeah. I would love to work with like most of these people that I said. I would love to work with like Leon Thomas. That would be great. Or Lucky Day would be
Hmm.
pretty awesome too. Yeah.
Amazing.
A freaking Bruno Mars, that would be like just a real dream, a real dream. And like I said, them two was at the top of my list. Lin-Manuel and
And Bruno.
yeah, Bruno, man, what? Write some animation stuff, okay?
Ooh.
That would be good. That'd be real good.
Okay, well, you put it out there. God's hearing you, so
Yes.
let God, the universe, do its thing. Bring it all
Okay.
together. I love
Love
that.
it. Love it. Love it.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking
Mm,
time out of your day to speak with me. I really appreciate this. I
this was
can't
so
say it
much
enough.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, you wrote on some of the albums that I love, from Fear of Flying, Street Love with Lloyd. I absolutely love that album. Never Say Never with Brandy. Like, the list goes on and on and on. So thank you so much for contributing to the
Yeah.
music industry and my childhood. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
asking me about it. And thank you for inviting me on your platform to run my mouth. Thank you.
Of course. And let people know where they could follow you, where we could get this book, and also if anybody wants to check out Hit Clinic for some mentorship.
Amazon.com. Write the song, build the career. Instagram, Hale Yeah Music, HALEYEAH Music, or Hit Clinic on Instagram. That's me. So come on over. We do stuff. Oh, my page is lit. No, it's not. It's very good. So yeah.
So we got to go to Amazon, and I'm definitely going to suggest your book to all of my music friends out there.
Please, please. And it's a real quick read. I try not to hold up anybody's time. So it's a real quick, good punch. So yeah, that's good. That's
Okay.
why I'm gonna try to keep it like that too. The next books and all that stuff. Just short, sweet. Kind of like
Yeah.
me. Short and sweet.
Definitely. All right, so this is the Total R&B Podcast. My name is Loreena, and you can find us on Instagram, sometimes TikTok, at total.rnb, and then YouTube at Total R&B Podcast. And I will be back with a brand new interview.